Well, rescue workers and volunteers in Colombia are continuing to scour through the rubble in search of survivors after Monday's devastating earthquake. More than 180 people have been killed, but with civilian-run databases suggesting thousands are still missing, the number of dead is likely to rise. CBS News national correspondent Lilia Luciano joins us live from Colombia. Lilia, the pictures are just heartbreaking. What is the situation on the ground?
That's right, Michael. There's hope, but there's also heartbreak. Look, this block alone, we don't know yet. They haven't reported how many people died, but I will describe a scene that I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Last night when we arrived, what we witnessed were hundreds of people standing around here in just the strictest silence, staring, holding out hope, waiting for those search and rescue crews who were communicating and giving directions only by hand signals and doing the important but careful work of saving lives.
In Colombia, the race to find survivors is on after a powerful, deadly earthquake struck the western part of the country on Monday morning. The 7.4 magnitude quake toppled buildings, flattened homes and businesses, and tore up streets, leaving behind mountains of ruins. Rescuers and volunteers are using dogs and heavy machinery to sift through the rubble and move the debris bit by bit. Late into the night in Pereira, a moment of hope. The crowd here burst into cheers when a young woman was rescued. Search and rescue volunteer Craig DeMalon was part of that effort.
How did it feel to see somebody come out? I'm sure you never get used to that.
It was kind of like a football moment when everyone's like shaking hands, like yes, yes.
We were there as utter silence returned, crews continuing to listen for any signs of life beneath the destruction. We saw dozens of people holding in stillness, hoping to hear signs of life.
We could hear just a few screams from those search and rescue teams saying, if anybody can hear us, say something.
Earlier in the day in Cali, this woman was trapped beneath the rubble. Then, after hours of work, a rescue team pulled her out safely. And this video of a baby found alive Monday night raised spirits across the country. The 2-month-old is in stable condition after receiving medical care, according to our partners at Noticias Caracol. Back in Pereira, we met this elderly woman, Fabiola, who lost her home.
Me siento bien porque estoy viva. You're grateful that you're alive. Estoy viva.
Look, the response from the national government has been swift and incredibly well organized, but that's not the case in every part of the country. Places like El Chocó, which is the department where the epicenter hit, are places that are still hard to reach. There, some parts are only accessible by boat. It is very impoverished. The roads are not very well built. And on top of that, there's the presence of armed groups, which could complicate the delivery of desperately needed aid. Michael.
All right, Lilia Luciano, thank you.